Gair a dechrau dymuno Nadolig llawen I chi a'r teulu dros yr wyl. A very happy Christmas to you and your family, and welcome to December's edition of Wrexham Property TV. And in December's edition, we've got coming up this is a video for you if you have a property for sale currently and you remain unsold, because the temptation at this time of year is to say to yourself, let's do nothing until the new year. We'll have a think about it over Christmas. And that, my friends, is the wrong thing to do. The week between Christmas and New Year, there is a 9-fold increase in property web portal traffic. 9-fold. That's huge. There are 3 things that you can do that will improve your chances of being able to sell when you've got this huge increase of people looking at properties for sale. Number 1, premium listing. I would advise you to go to your agents to see whether they can put your property on premium listing or feature property. Properties who are featured or have got premium listing get over 30% more clicks than the average for sale property. 30% more people taking a detailed look at your property. Secondly, photographs. If you are unhappy with any one or any one of your photographs that are actually there to market your property, actually getting your agents to come out and take some fresh photographs, uploading those onto an existing marketing advert on the various web portals will greatly help you in terms of the algorithms that will be associated with those property web portals. They will get you far higher up, so you're on page 1 or page 2, because the algorithms will recognize those are new photographs. Number 3, reducing the price. If that is something that you are going to consider doing in January, do it now before Christmas. That is the biggest impact that you will have on the algorithms to work in your favor on the property web portals. So 3 things: premium listing or feature property, some new photographs. But if you are looking at reducing the price, it's imperative for you to maximize the opportunity of selling your property that you do it before Christmas. We have featured Tŷ Pawb previously in some other videos we've done, and what Tŷ Pawb offers are an undercover marketplace with small units that people can rent out inexpensively to test out their business before they get to a point where they've had to invest an awful lot of money into something that possibly won't work. For one person in particular, this concept has worked brilliantly. Number 11 Lord Street is Wrexham Trainer Revival's first shop in Wrexham. Steve, you basically are the best example of what Tŷ Pawb can provide someone who wants to give self-employment and their own business a bit of a go.
That's very kind, yeah. Yeah, it was a no-brainer for me. I was desperate to try and start something. And I'd seen Tŷ Pawb as the perfect place, creative, full of people artistic, and offering perfect environment really for what I wanted to do to start with, just to see if it was a possibility of growing a business there. This is proof that it was, and it's grown and grown.
You tell us what you think this shop gives you, which made you take the leap.
The trouble with T-Power was it was a workspace and a shop, and it became a little bit scruffy. I needed a place where I could hide all the stuff that I do, which isn't great. You know, all cleaning trainers and stuff like that, and dirty shoes, and have a lovely environment that people can shop in, which I wasn't able to do in T-Power. So this came up with a little back shop, little sink, so I could clean all my trainers, and a nice shop for people to come in and spend a bit of money. Yeah,
it's a stunning shop. Best laid plans don't always run smoothly, and you had frankly, a bloody difficult start, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a nice little secure unit in T-Power for 3 years where there was no glass front or nothing that could be smashed. And yeah, the first month here, I got burgled. I had £8,000 worth of stock away.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a tough Saturday, that was. He even questioned whether I was going to carry on, I've got to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I said to the wife, I said, I'm going to put it all on eBay, and I'm going to close the shop. Woke up Sunday morning to this social media euphoria of don't you dare shut this shop, we'll support you as much as we can. It was unbelievable, the amount of direct messages I had, the amount of messages on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. There was no way I was going to shut it. It just kept me going, you know. So I had a GoFundMe page set up for me, and it was set up by an American couple that had come over because of the documentary. They came into my market stall in T-Power, and we just got chatting, became friends, just messaging friends when they'd flown back. Woke up Sunday morning to a GoFundMe page that they'd set up for me, Ray and Kirsten Webb, and yeah, and that was just amazing, the amount of donations I had. I got a message on the Saturday morning, I think it was two weeks later after the burglary, from Kirsten, who set up the GoFundMe page for me, and she said, "Have you been on your GoFundMe page today?" I said, "No." She said, "You need to go on, there's been a big donation." And Liam Pencil Craftsman in T-Power donated some shirt money that he'd sold, which was absolutely lovely as well. It was like 260 quid, and I said, "Oh yeah, that's Liam, my friend. He's sold some shirts for me and donated the money." She goes, "No, it's not Liam." She said, "You need to go on now." So I clicked on, and Rob and Ryan, £3,500. So absolutely blown away, absolutely blown away. But it literally saved the shop.
What do you think the shop would offer to people who are interested in Wrexham and Wrexham Football Club in particular?
Unique pieces that you can't get in the club shop. A lot of history. I do like sweatshirts with shirts on from like the late 70s, through the 80s, 90s to the present day. Individual trainers, and I provide a service. I clean trainers for people. I do custom work so they can have personalisation put on them.
Well, Steve, best of luck.
Thank you, mate.
And,
always a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
A bit of a plea on behalf of Wrexham businesses in general. Whenever practical, whenever possible this Christmas, try and keep your hard-earned money spent in the town. And this is a fantastic opportunity, this shop, for you to do that. To buy something peculiar to Wrexham and bespoke to Wrexham. But there are other local businesses as well that could do with your support, deserve your support. Not always possible to do it, but if possible, if practical, choose Wrexham this Christmas.
So I would say 2023 has had everything. We've had the ramifications. It's all about confidence, isn't it? When people tell me about property markets, I always think, well, I had one at 15% with an endowment mortgage. I still went out and bought my flat. We live in a working class environment. You know, it's about what you can afford to pay. But we haven't seen redundancies. We've seen, you know, people just walk out one job and into another. You know, that's where economists can't get their heads round. And the housing market is still moving. I talk to a lot of agents and they say the difference is it's slower. The pipeline's longer, you know, we get our cash a lot later. The sellers that we seem to be having are serious sellers, and the buyers that we seem to be having are serious buyers. We now see a competition for mortgages again. How fast do these guys react? You know, one day they're putting them up 2 or 3%, next day it's a race down to the bottom again. If I was to go back 15, 20 years, if you've been around long enough, you'd have seen this boom and bust all the time. So when you look at transactions and the publicised transactions and the news at 10 type of comments, is that that's all in that same bag. They don't tell you what this is and that is and that is. And they say it's all down. Yes, it is, because the Help to Buy has come to an end. The New Homes has got to come up with some fresh ideas. They're lobbying government to do that. So I think 2024, it can't get any worse, can it?
Here at Wrexham Trainer Revival, speaking to Steve Tapp, and it just so happened that we have a celebrity customer in the shop.
I wouldn't say that.
And,
I wouldn't say celebrity, that's a customer, yeah.
Yeah, and he very kindly agreed to have a bit of a conversation. 2023, Scoot.
Yeah.
What a year for you.
Yeah. It just shows, you know, any young band or musicians, just, you know, you never know, keep going. I mean, God, I'm late 50s now, and it all come about really once, you know, we'd done the Always Sunny song, Ryan Reynolds shared it on his TikTok. And then, you know, from this year, we've supported the Kings of Leon. We played in Philadelphia.
Before this year then, how long had Declan Swans been going?
Probably 2000, something like maybe 1999. So we've been going a few years.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just, as you say, it just shows you one break.
Yeah, and that's all it was, one break. You know, we've done songs obviously about previous owners. Some of them, unfortunately, have a bit of colourful language, which you could expect. So we never got anything like radio play with them songs. But obviously, we knew with Hollywood stars that things were going to change. But I didn't think to this level, to be honest with you. You know, the football side of it, the town centre. Well, it's a city now. I still call it a town, as most people do. But you know, the music scene for the younger bands and stuff. It's brilliant. Bars opening. Yeah. And shops, similar like Steve's. You know, doing really well from it, which is, you know, it's only good.
So taking you to the race course,
yeah,
supporting the Kings of Leon,
yeah.
How different did that feel when you were walking on stage there?
Didn't really get nerves until we actually went on. So we've gone on, they've counted you down, they said, right lads, 10 minutes, right lads, 5 minutes, whatever. And we're behind sort of like a curtain, and you could hear the crowd. I thought, oh my God, I hope I don't hear. Because normally, you know, we have 6 or 7 beers and we forget the words and we have a laugh. But with this one, we've got to be pro here.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, it was brilliant. It was like, especially once we'd finished the second night, just thought, and it sunk in a bit then.
So do you think, I was talking to the camera crew before we came here.
Yeah.
And I was wondering whether I could ask you this question. I think I can.
Yeah.
Do you think It's Always Sunny will be your Bohemian Rhapsody, if you will?
Oh, we'll never beat that. Yeah. Hopefully not. And hopefully it'll always be remembered, because, I mean, who knows how far these owners are going to take us. And hopefully the song will always be associated with what's happening now. I would have thought so. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I just think that this is going to continue for a long time. You know, that they've both said that they're not going to come out of it pretty soon. So let's hopefully, yeah.
And you do get the impression they are emotionally invested in it.
Yeah.
What are the plans going forward for the group?
Pretty similar to what we're doing, because the difference between us really and any other bands, I mean, there's some great up-and-coming bands in Wrexham. We're going to go, Royston Club in particular, absolutely. I think they're going to go worldwide. We already have done American stuff, but with us, because of the type of things, you know, we don't sing about love and all that type of stuff. We sing about local characters. So I don't, you know, plus the football club, things connected to football club. So we're never really going to get much of an audience outside Wrexham and North Wales, except maybe if we go on to North America, which we've tested the water in Philadelphia, and it was surreal to see like Americans singing lyrics that you've wrote, singing back.
I can imagine.
You know, because we're not serious. We still just go around and do the pubs because, you know, you've got to, that's who's looked after us in the past.
Absolutely.
If you can go and help a pub out and get a few people in there spending money, then no long may it continue.
It's been an absolute blast for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Cheers, Vaughan. Thank you very much.
And then we are, the end of December's edition and the end of 2023. I'll take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy and prosperous new year. Blwyddyn newydd dda I chi gyd, and we'll see you in 2024.